የኢትዮፊደል ዩቲዩብ ቻናል ተከታታዮች እንዴት ናችሁ? በዚህ ዝግጅት ስለ ቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል አንድ ዝግጅት ይዤላችኋለሁ። አብራችሁን ቆዩ። ኢትዮፊደልን ሰብስክራይብ ስለምታደርጉ በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። እንዲሁም ፎሎ የምታደርጉን በፌስቡክም በተለያዩ የሶሻል ሚዲያዎች ላይ በጣም ከፍተኛ ምስጋና ማቅረብ ፈልጋለሁ። ኢትዮፊደል ከቶሮንቶ እየተዘጋጀ በመላው ዓለም የሚሰራጭ የዩቲዩብ ቻናል ነው። አብዛኛውን በማህበራዊና እንዲሁም እዚህ በሰሜን አሜሪካ ያሉ ጉዳዮችን እያነሳን የምንነጋገርበት የዩቲዩብ ቻናል ነው። ስለምትከታተሉን በድጋሚ እናመሰግናለን። በ10 ቀናት ውስጥ ከሴፕቴምበር 7 እስከ 17 ቶሮንቶ ውስጥ ነው የተካሄደው። ከ200 የሚበልጡ ፊልሞችን በበርካታ የሲኒማ አዳራሾች አሳይቷል። የ48ኛው ዓለም አቀፍ የቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል በምህጻረ ቃሉ ቲፍ ይባላል። በመክፈቻው ቀን ከታየው የኦስካር አሸናፊው ዘ ቦይ ኤንድ ዘ ሂሮይን አንስቶ ጃሚ ፎክስ እና ቶም ሊ ጆንስ የተወኑበት በሪያል እንዲሁም ሌሎች በመቶ የሚቆጠሩ ፊልሞች ለእይታ በቅተዋል። የቲፍ የስትሪት ፌስቲቫል ደግሞ በጣም ደስ ይል ነበር። የጎዳና ላይ ምግቦች ሽያጭ ነበር። ሙዚቃ ዝግጅቶችም እንዲሁ ተደርገዋል። በተለይ በመንገድ ላይ ያሳዩቸው የነበሩ የፊልም እይታዎች በጣም ህዝቡን ያስደሰቱ ነበሩና የዚህ ዓመቱ ደመቅ ያለ ነበር። በዳውንታውን ቶሮንቶን እንቅስቃሴውን ሞቅ አድርጎታል እና በዚህ በ10 ቀናት ውስጥ ዳውንታውን ቶሮንቶ በጣም ሞቅ ያለ እንቅስቃሴ እንዲኖረው ለከተማዋም ከፍተኛ ገቢ አስገኝቷል። የተለያዩ ቱሪስቶች ከተለያየ ሀገር ለዚሁ ፊልም ፌስቲቫል ሲሉ የሚመጡ አሉና በጣም ጥሩ ጊዜ ነበረ። የኢትዮጵያውያን የፊልም ባለሙያዎች የስራ ውጤት የሆነው ዶቃ የተሰኘው ፊልም የ2023 የቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል ተሳታፊ ነበር። በኢትዮጵያዊቷ የፊልም ዳይሬክተር ቅድስት ይልማ የተሰራውና ማህደር አሰፋ፣ ግሩም ዘነበን ጨምሮ ሌሎች የሀገራችን ታላላቅ ተዋንያንና የፊልም ባለሙያዎች የተሳተፉበት ዶቃ ፊልም በማርኬት ስክሪኒንግ በዘርፉ ላሉ ባለሙያዎች ለእይታ ቀርቧል። የተመለከቱት በርካታ ሰዎች እንግዲህ በቅርበት የምናውቃቸውም በጣም ግሩም ፊልም እንደሆነ ነግረውናል። የዚሁ የዶቃ ፊልም ዳይሬክተር ቅድስት ይልማ ከዚህ ቀደም ረቡኒ በተሰኘ ፊቸር ፊልምና እረኛ በተባለው አብዛኞቻችሁ ታውቁታላችሁ ተከታታይ የቴሌቪዥን ድራማ ከፍተኛ ተወዳጅነትን ያተረፈች ባለሙያ ነች። ከዚህ ቀደም በፕሮፌሰር ኃይሌ ገሪማ ጤዛ፣ የያሬድ ዘለቀ ላምና የዘረሰናይ መሀሪ ስዊትነስ ኢን ዘ ቤሊ የተሰኙ ፊልሞች በቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል ላይ ቀርበው የነበሩ እንግዲህ በኢትዮጵያ ባለሙያዎች የተሰሩ ከኢትዮጵያ ጋር የተገናኙ ፊልሞች ቀርበው ነበረ። ይህንን እናስታውሳችሁ። በዘንድሮው የቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል ላይ በርካታ በአፍሪካና ካሪቢያን ተወላጆች የተሰሩ ፊልሞችም ቀርበዋል። የተወሰኑትን ፊልሞች ለማየት ችዬ ነበር። በቡርኪና ፋሶ የፊልም ዳይሬክተር አፖሊን ትራኦሬ የተሰኘው ሲራ የተሰኘው ፊልም በሳህል በረሃ ውስጥ ጥቃት የደረሰባትን ሲራ የተባለችን ሴት ታሪክ ያሳያል። የአፍሪካውያን ሴቶች የሚደርስባቸውን ከባድ መከራ በተለይ ግጭት ውስጥ በኮንፍሊክት ውስጥ የሚደርስባቸው መከራ ያላቸውን ጥንካሬና ቁርጠኝነት በዚህ ፊልም ላይ ማየት ችያለሁ። ዳይሬክተሯና ሌሎች የፊልም ባለሙያዎች አብረዋት የተሳተፉት ከፊልሙ እይታ በኋላ ያው ከተመልካቹ ብዙ ጥያቄዎችን አስተናግደዋል። ዳይሬክተር አፖሊን የዛሬ 5 ዓመት በቡርኪና ፋሶ ገጠራማ መንደር ከ160 በላይ ሰዎች በሽብር ጥቃት መገደላቸውን ተከትሎ ነው ይህንን ፊልም የጻፈችውና ይህንኑ በዛው ተናግራለች።
My name is Natalia Hunter-Young, and I am International Programmer for Africa and Arab West Asia here at TIFF. And it is my great pleasure to introduce for you the North American premiere screenings of Sira, directed by Apolline Traoré. Offering an unflinching look at the ongoing brutal crisis plaguing the Sahel region of Northern Africa. Burkinabe director Apolline Traoré returns to the festival with her intense fifth feature, Sierra, an award-winning epic drama commanding a bold and steadfast focus on the strength and well-being of the region's women and girls. Winner of the Panorama Audience Award at Berlinale, and the Silver Stallion of Yenenga Prize at the FESPACO this year, Sierra marks a renewed cinematic achievement for Traoré, who blends an impressive use of scale, color, urgent social critique, and a thrilling and unforgettable story of survival. Centerpiece is the festival's main selection, showcasing highly anticipated premieres from local and international talents, including acclaimed titles from festivals around the world and the latest work of influential filmmaking luminaries. Please join me in welcoming to the stage director Apolline Traoré. The secret is I've been following Apolline around the world, from Berlin to Ouagadougou to South Africa, and now she's here. Tell us a few things.
Hello, Toronto. I'm very honored to present this film tonight. It's been a very, very long journey for me to be able to actually do this film. It's been a rough ride. I actually thought that I was never going to finish it because it was so tough. And today, being here in Toronto, I'm happy, I'm grateful, and I would like to thank the programmer and TIFF to give me the opportunity to see, to show what the Sahel, the region in Africa is going through.
Please tell us about the inspiration for the film and where the ideas came from.
The idea came 4 years ago. Burkina Faso, my country, has been going through terrorist attack for the last 8 years. And 4 years ago, actually it's now 5, we had the most brutal attack in a village where 165 people, like villagers, died. And I was so shocked because Burkina never had such a brutal thing in the country. And I felt the responsibility to talk about it, to talk about what those population was living and what the country and the entire Sahel was going through. So I started writing. In the beginning, I was writing really naively because I don't know anything about terrorism. I don't know how they operate, and I don't know why they operate and why they're there. So I started writing the story completely, not a lot with background. And I approached the army, who gave me some information. And then one of the biggest thing about the story and why the leader became a woman, because when we talk about terrorists and all of this war, we always see the army, we see the men, and we see all these actions, but and the women are always put as victim, and we don't really see what they're doing. And at that point, I went. Right now in Burkina, there's 2 million displaced people that have fled their villages and are in refugee camp. So I went there with the help of the army, and I went to talk to those people, and that's when I realized that women were actually the core of this war. Why? Because those women are staying home or in the refugees camp with the kids, because either the men are dead or the young boys are actually joining the terrorists because they have nothing to do. They cannot work, they cannot go to school, they cannot do anything, and they've seen so much horror. So they're either seeking for vengeance or they're trying to do something. And those women are actually the ones that are holding those kids together, and they're doing everything to change the mentality, and especially the teenagers, because a lot of them actually after a year or two they go and join the terrorists. So that's when actually I decided to put the heroine as a woman and to actually show what those women are capable of.
Petite bonne fin vis-à-vis de tous nos partenaires financiers, Canal+, TV5, j'en passe, le IF, bref,
There was not one day that we did not think that we're going to stop, but we had the obligation to finish it because we had our partners that were counting on us. And of course, to continue making film, you have to honor your obligation. And that was one of the most important things that we had to do, and to honor our pride also, yeah? You guys here tonight, at this time, staying to hear us, that means that we do have a voice, and then African film can actually have a place in the cinema.
Yes, voilà.
Yes, okay.
Very good. So no, thank you very much for TIFF, because for us it's very important to, we make some films for public. For us, yes, for pour les gens. And very.
La public.
Ouais.
Comme vous avez dit.
Ouais.
Public.
Oui. Ah, okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
ከጥንታዊ የባሪያ አገዛዝ ስሌቭሪ አንስቶ እስከ ዛሬው ዘመን አድሎና መገለል የጥቁር ህዝቦች ካናዳ ውስጥ ያሳለፉትን ጊዜ የሚዳሰሰው ብላክ ላይፍ አንቶልድ ስቶሪስ ዶክመንተሪ ደግሞ ሌላው በጥቁር ህዝቦች ላይ ያተኮረ የቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል አካል ነበር። በመሪ ባለሙያነት የተሳተፉት እነ ሌዝሊ ኖርቪን፣ ዊል ፕሮስፐር፣ ዶዌን ክሪስቲያን እና ሌሎች ባለሙያዎችም ከፊልሙ እይታ በኋላ ስለዚህ ዶክመንተሪ ተናግረዋል። ወደ 8 ክፍል ያለው ዶክመንተሪ ነው። በጣም በተለያየ የጥቁር ህዝቦች ያሳለፏቸውን ችግሮች የሚያሳይ ነው። ዶክመንተሪ 8 ክፍሎች ያሉት ነው፣ ተከታታይ ነው። ነገር ግን ከ8 ውስጥ 2ቱን መርጠው ነው በዚህ በቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል ላይ ያቀረቡት። እሱን ለመመልከት ችዬ ነበር። በጣም የሚገርም አይነት ዶክመንተሪ ነው። በጣም የረጅም ዓመትን ታሪክ ዳሰው ዶክመንቶችን ከየቦታው ሰብስበው ለማግኘት እጅግ በጣም ከባድ የሆኑ ዶክመንቶችን ሰብስበው በአጭር ዶክመንተሪ ውስጥ አካተው የሰሩትና ብዙ እኔ ራሴ ማላውቃቸው ሁላችንም እንደ አፍሪካን ካናዲያን እንደ ካሪቢያን ህዝብ ሆነን እዚህ የኖረን ራሳችን ስለ ራሳችን ታሪክ የማናውቃቸውን ብዙ ነገሮችን በዚህ ዶክመንተሪ ውስጥ ማየት ችለናል። እና ይሄ ዶክመንተሪ በሲቢሲ ጄም በቴሌቪዥን ደግሞ ከኦክቶበር 18 እስከ ኖቬምበር 29 ድረስ በ8 ክፍል ይታያልና እሱንም እንግዲህ በወቅቱ በኢትዮፊደል ለመዘገብ እንሞክራለን። ከ8ቱ ክፍሎች ውስጥ አንደኛው ምናልባት ለድሮ የስሌቨሪ ታሪክ ሊያወራ ይችላል። አንደኛው ፖሊስ ምን ያህል ጥቁሮች ላይ የሚያደርሰውን ጉዳት የሚያሳይ ሊሆን ይችላል። አንዱ ደግሞ ብላክ አትሌትስ የጥቁር አትሌቶች እየሰሩ ያለውን ስራ ከዚህ ቀደም የደረሰባቸውን ሁኔታም የሚያሳይ ነው። አንዱ ደግሞ የሂፕሆፕ ሙዚቃ ምን ያህል ካናዳ ውስጥ ብዙም የማይወደድ ነበረ፣ ከዛ በኋላ ምን ያህል አሳድገው የት እንዳደረሱት እስከነ ድሬክ ድረስ ያለውን ታሪክ የሚያሳይ ነውና በሲቢሲ ጄም ይታያል። ብላክ ላይፍ አንቶልድ ስቶሪስ ብላችሁ ብትፈልጉት ሰርች ብታደርጉት ይወጣላችኋልና በጣም ብታዩት ጥሩ ነው ብለን ሪከመንድ እናደርጋለን ከኢትዮፊደል።
Wonderful. I'm Norm Wilner. I'm the acting lead programmer for Canada and Industry Select, and it is my pleasure. It's my honor. Thank you. It is my honor to introduce the second screening of Black Life Untold Stories. Oh yeah, you can applaud. We have a rule at my screenings: you can applaud as many times as you feel is appropriate. We would like to thank our lead sponsor, Bell, and our major sponsors, RBC, Bulgari, RBC, Bulgari, and Visa for their continued support. We would like to thank our government supporters, the Government of Ontario, Telefilm Canada, and the City of Toronto. This film is eligible for the People's Choice Award and the People's Choice Documentary Award. You can vote for your favorite films at tiff.net/vote. I will not tell you how to vote because that would be dictatorial, but please vote. Your voice matters. It's a public award. It's the only public award that can change the direction, the trajectory of a film. I've been trying to figure out a way to say that for a week. Trajectory is the word I was looking for. Slumdog Millionaire wasn't going to go anywhere. People's Choice Award, boom. I'm just saying. I mean, this has a home already at CBC, but still. And we would like to thank the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation for providing us with this film, and thanks again to Telefilm Canada for their generous support. I'd like to introduce the showrunner. Leslie Norville is a producer and a filmmaker. Oh yeah, she's coming. She's worked on documentaries, including A Ballerina's Tale, The First Wave, and Any Given Day. Black Life, Untold Stories is her latest work. Please give her a warm welcome.
Well, thank you so much for coming out this evening. We've had an amazing week here at TIFF, and we're excited to show you 2 episodes from our 8-episode series. You'll get to meet our director, 2 of our directors in the Q&A. And I wanted to, well, I'll keep this short because on Tuesday I had like this rambling long thank you. But I really wanted to thank CBC for supporting us since 2019. We have been working with them on this series, and there are other people that I'll thank afterwards. But I especially wanted to thank TIFF for, and Norm and his team for programming this series so that you all can get a sneak peek before it airs on CBC.
How much work, how much sensitivity, and how complex is it to make a show like this for the audience that you made it for?
Yeah, it was a big undertaking, that's putting it mildly, as I'm sure, and I hope people will learn from watching the series. There are just so many stories. The history is long, it's vast. There's, black folks that have lived in this country for such a long time, like across the country, and we've only heard, I would say, like 5% of that in our history books. And so trying to kind of cull that history down to 8 television hours was kind of an impossible undertaking. We did our best. I mean, even with the music episode, we were like, we're gonna tell the whole history of music. And it was like, maybe not. We can't do that. It's just not possible, and we wouldn't do it properly. So that was, I think, the biggest undertaking, was just trying to kind of figure out what stories to tell and how to do it properly and really honor these histories.
And as the directors, the responsibility of crafting each individual story becomes a different sort of challenge, right? Because, yeah, as Leslie said, you can't pack it all in. So what's the process like of picking and choosing, and what were the things that the narrative points that you kept most firmly in mind?
Yeah, I think all of us had to make a choice and really stick to that choice in terms of how we're going to structure our episodes. For me specifically, it was really creating that line between the end of slavery and police taking the place of black people being corralled after slavery, and bringing that all the way to modern day. So I was saying in the last screening, systematic racism is a term that gets used a lot. I think our episode shows why it is important and what the foundation of it is, because at the end of slavery, policing came in to fill that void, right?
So, for us, what was really important, it was to showcase a tiny little bit, a glimpse of every province's different genre that they were playing in these provinces. And the way that I went about it as well is that it's like a mixtape. So sometimes I'm just pushing a song that is very familiar to people, so you can listen to a song that was already hitting your brain. And you have that feeling when you were there in the 1990s, 1980s of that song, when it hit you, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that song. Oh, and then there's another one, and there's another one. So that's what I was trying to accomplish through this episode.
Incubator to make the show, to sort of launch it with you, alongside you. Can you elaborate on the production?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, Sarah Tyblack. Come on in. Thank you so much. Sarah Ty will have better questions than I, and I have to run, so
Hey.
Oh my God, you guys, a white man had to vamp for me at the screening of Black Lives. This is so embarrassing. I'm so sorry to keep you waiting. I think if anyone was gonna do it though, I would want it to be Norm, like, could be much worse. Hello, hello, congratulations. Thank you for waiting on me. I have issues, clearly. To start us off, Leslie, and all of you, congratulations. I'm wondering if you could talk a bit, actually, yeah, congratulations. I'm wondering if you could talk a bit about the origins of the series and the project and kind of the politics that were underlying your approach.
So the project actually started back in 2019. If you could imagine, in the before times, we went to CBC and pitched them this idea of doing this epic series about Black history, and they were like on board from the beginning. And we went out, me and my producing partner Miranda DePoncier and one of our EPs, Nelson George, who we went out and did some research, and we quickly realized, as I alluded to earlier, that the history was really, really vast. And so that process of like finding people to kind of work together to kind of call that history down started. And what was really important, I guess one of the politics behind it was that this is just not my story to tell. I am one person with one experience, and Black people in Canada are not a monolith. And so it was really important to have different voices, and so I was able to find 8 amazing Black directors to come on board and collaborate. And it was really important that they were able to bring their own voices and visions to their episodes. So you can see just from these 2 episodes that they're vastly different, and that's because Dwayne and Will have their own experiences and their own voices, and so that was really, really important. And so, yeah, the process was long, and it was a really difficult process, but I think we figured it out.
እና እነዚህ ነበሩ ፊልሞቹ እንግዲህ የታዩት። በተለይ ደግሞ በጥቁር ህዝቦች ላይ ያተኮሩት ፊልሞች ላይ ነው አብዛኛውን እኛ ዘገባችንን ያተኮርነው። ነገር ግን ከተለያዩ ሀገራት የመጡ ዓለም አቀፍ ፊልሞች ነበሩ። ከፍልስጤም ነበረ፣ እንዲሁም ከሌሎች ለምሳሌ የአቦሪጂናል የኢንዲጂኒየስ ፊልም ነበረ። በጣም የሚገርሙ እና ግሩም የሆነ የታሪክ እይታ ያላቸው ስቶሪ ላይኖች ያሏቸው ፊልሞችን ለመመልከት ችለናል። እኔ እንግዲህ ፊልም ባለሙያ ባልሆንም እንደ ተመልካች ግን በጣም ግሩም የሆኑ ፊልሞችን በቶሮንቶ ኢንተርናሽናል ፊልም ፌስቲቫል ላይ ለመመልከት ችያለሁ። ይህ የፊልም ፌስቲቫል እንግዲህ በቀጣዩም ዓመት ካናዳውያን የፊልም ባለሙያዎች የተሰሩ እንዲሁም ከዓለም አቀፍ የፊልም ባለሙያዎች የተገኙ ፊልሞችን ይዞ ይቀርባል። በሚቀጥለው ዓመት እንግዲህ ሰፕተምበር ላይ መስከረም ላይ ይደረጋል። ወደፊት እንግዲህ በርከት ያሉ ደግሞ ቁጥራቸው በዛ ያለ ኢትዮጵያውያን እንዲሁም ሌሎች የአፍሪካውያን ፊልሞችን እንመለከታለን ብለን እናስባለን። እስከዛው እንግዲህ መልካም ጊዜ። ይህ የኢትዮፊደል የዩቲዩብ ቻናላችን ነው። በቀጥታ ከቶሮንቶ እየተዘጋጀ ወደ እናንተ ይቀርባል። ስለምትከታተሉን ከልብ እናመሰግናለን። መልካም ጊዜ።